got a lot of work to do to see whether this can be a reality, but every great journey starts with a first step. This is our first step in that journey. We hope it ends with one of the MLS teams that need to come between now and 2020 or 2022. We hope that team can be in the city of Detroit.
All right, Detroit, so not quite in yet, but today looked like a big step in the right direction towards getting an MLS franchise in the Motor City.
Detroit Pistons owner Tom Gores and Cleveland Cavs owner Dan Gilbert announced plans today
to bring an MLS team to Detroit and build a soccer-specific stadium downtown. Soccer has deep roots in Detroit, Detroit City FC, and the Michigan Bucks doing their thing. I remember watching Detroit native himself, Alexi Lalas, at the Silver Dome at the '94 World Cup. And there's lots of Michigan representatives across MLS. We've got Justin Miram, Jacob Peterson, Eric Alexander, Steve Clark, Fatai Alashe, just to name a few. So where are we on expansion with Detroit in the picture now? We know Atlanta, LAFC, Minnesota, and possibly Miami would get us to 24 teams. Detroit and Sacramento look like front runners, so that leaves us just 2 slots left to get us to 28. That's the goal set by the big man in charge, Commissioner Don Garber. St. Louis has a lot of buzz with the Rams leaving town, and then there's San Diego to some, San Antonio and Austin, Texas, Cincinnati also in the mix. Now for me, expanding the geography and reach of clubs and potential rivalries is always interesting and a plus. With a strong Midwest foothold with cities like Chicago, Columbus, Minnesota, potentially Detroit, and maybe St. Louis down the road, that would be pretty fun to see. Now for a proud city that has suffered so much economic hardship, Detroit declared bankruptcy just 2 years ago. That's made huge gains in recent years. And still a ways to go, obviously, for the city and to get into MLS, but with a public meeting of the minds with some real heavy hitters, this is a good sign that Detroit's renaissance is on the way. So what do you guys think? Is it Detroit next on MLS's list, or do you have another city in mind? Let me know in the comments below.